Take us back to that night with the fight. I mean, I think you're the only person that hasn't commented on it so far. Take us through what happened and what led up to the fight.
Kind of just got into it and dropped his gloves, and I'm not just going to sit there and take punches. So.
Did you know right away when your hand hit the glass that something was really wrong?
I don't really know what happened, and they kind of told me to let go.
Your thoughts on, I mean, would you have done anything differently looking back on it now?
Well, obviously, not fight. I don't know. Nothing you can do about it. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily change a whole lot. I think it was the right thing to do, and I would rather fight than turtle or anything like that. So not a whole lot you can do in that situation, but just 5 pounds.
Do you do anything differently if the situation arises down the road?
Tough to say, I guess. Just see what happens in this fall.
When you first realized, I mean, you hold it in your hand, you obviously knew something was hurt or injured something. Did thoughts cross your mind about A, this team this season, B, World Juniors?
Yeah, I think that's pretty obvious.
I guess what are your thoughts now that you're a week or two into it? Do you feel like the World Juniors is a definite possibility?
Tough to say, I guess. Leave that one up to the doctors.
Connor, since then, what's it been like? I mean, obviously, I know, up there, the attention's more than it is here, and everybody's talking about that. What has it been like for you with that?
About as crappy as you can imagine, really. Broken hand. I mean, not a whole lot you do. So, yeah.
How have the guys been as far as trying to keep your spirits not as crappy as can be? What's that been like for you?
Yeah, it's been good. I mean, they're here to kind of help me through it, and they're your family, and so they've been good, and they've been helpful, and it's good to get back and kind of see the guys for a bit.
What have you learned about yourself, through dealing with this bout of adversity?
I don't know. Broken hands hurt, I guess. I don't know. That's the only thing I can say.
We know you want to be out there, and when you watch them, have you gotten a chance to see them play on the ice not being out there, and if so, just your thoughts on the team without you?
Well, they're playing well. Trying to follow along as much as I can. Watch the Sportsnet game. Obviously, it's kind of a big deal up in Canada, so I watched that, and then hard to catch any of the other games, so I haven't really seen a whole lot of it. But from what I've seen, they played pretty well. I thought the first weekend they kind of deserved better. They're losing a couple games, and they got so many shots on net, and they deserved better. They ran into a couple of good goalies, and this weekend obviously they played great, with a couple of blowouts. So I'm not too worried about it.
Other than broken hand sucks, what's the process like as far as rehab? What do they have you doing as far as trotting? Is it just rest?
Kind of just rest and working out. I've been working out a lot, and today will be the first time kind of skating, and we'll see how that goes. And yeah.
Talk to Joel at all? I mean, I know it's not the same thing, but not the same thing to you.
I kind of been talking about it a little bit, and not necessarily the same thing. I think his was a little bit more serious than mine was. Obviously, he needed surgery and the pins and the whole deal, and he was out a little bit. But I think the thing to be positive about is how fast he came back, and how the doctors kind of told him that you can expect closer to 3 months than anything else, and how he's able to come back and kind of cut the weeks down on that. And I think that's the only thing that you can kind of stay positive about is his healing time, and hopefully he can do the same.
What's the experience been like when you put it into words now a couple of weeks in? How to deal with it?
Crappy, the only way you can say it.
How do you think once you get back on the ice and start playing games again? How long do you think you'll be back? Just get back into the type of game you want to play and back at full strength?
Tough to say. I guess that's kind of up to me and how I prepare the next couple of weeks here. What I'm doing, if I'm doing good stuff and keep my legs in a good shape, and kind of being able to skate as much as I can, then I don't think it should be too hard to get back up to good form. But thought I was playing pretty well before this all happened, and it kind of makes it just as bad, I guess.
You ever had an injury in any way, shape, or form like that? Broken leg, anything?
Broke my arm in minor hockey, but you know, it's kind of minor hockey and whatever. It's not a big deal. So it's kind of the first real thing.
Did you fear the worst when it first happened? Like, you know, surgery could have been a possibility.
A little bit. You know, the first reaction was that it wasn't too bad, and so kind of just tried to keep my hopes up. And you know, it hasn't been too serious. I mean, you know, I guess the positive thing is it could be your leg, it could be, you know, something else, and you know, it could be surgery and all that stuff. So there are a couple positives, I guess, out of this situation, but not a whole lot of them.
What's it going to be like to get the skates on and get back out there, just even if it's nobody's touching you, just to get the skates on and get out there with the boys?
That'll be good. I'm looking forward to it, and I'll see what happens.
And the positive thing too, as well, the team's doing really well now. The 3 in a row, they've only given up 5 goals, and I think that the national perception of the honors has been, you know, yourself and Strome being a lot of goals. So just talk about the defense, and just it's got to be impressive what you see that they're really focusing on that now.
Yeah, of course. You know, they're playing good hockey, and you know, I think you know, even when I was playing, I could have told you that there's a lot of good players in that room. You know, it was never just me or Strome or anything like that. I mean, we have a lot of good players, and I think it's good that, you know, they're all kind of getting a real opportunity here to kind of show and all that stuff, and they've done a great job, and I would expect that out of them, and you know, I expect you know, good hockey out of them for the next couple of weeks.
Thanks, Connor.